Hey everybody. For those who don't know, if you don't have DirecTV, you probably may not know this. I actually have time on cable, but let's see. Last week, I believe it was January 14th at midnight. DirecTV lost access to a channel that many people would have always turned to check the weather. The Weather Channel. Yes, DirecTV has lost access to the Weather Channel. And this was due to a 1 cent increase per subscriber per month that the Weather Channel was requesting, from what I've heard online. And DirecTV basically said, no, we're not going to do this, because consumers understand that they can get access to weather information from other sources, such as your local news or online. It basically said that we're not going to pay this extra 1 cent. So, considering that DirecTV and the Weather Channel couldn't come to an agreement, DirecTV dropped the Weather Channel from its lineup and replaced it with a network called Weather Nation. This is a relatively new startup company. It's about 2 years old. It's based in Colorado, while the Weather Channel is based in Atlanta, Georgia. And I just want to go and discuss my opinions on the matter. And to be honest with you, first up I'll go and say, it's something I've seen coming for quite a while. I mean, it's like ever since NBC bought out the Weather Channel, they have been on a path to destruction with that channel. I mean, it used to be, when I was a kid, I used to watch the Weather Channel a lot, because for those who probably may not know, I'm pretty much into weather. I mean, a simple visit over to my Bike Geek MTDX YouTube channel will reveal tons of videos about weather. So anyways, yes, I'm definitely into weather. I've been into weather since I was a kid. Longer than I've even been into computers. So like when I was a kid, the Weather Channel would be one of my favorite channels to watch. I always like to watch local on the 8s and get all the information about the forecast, that they'll call for a chance of snow, a chance of storms, you name it. I always like to watch the Weather Channel and watch weather coverage. But in the mid-2000s, I started to see changes in the Weather Channel. Instead of having 24-hour coverage, they decided to start airing reality TV shows. Now, back in the older days, the TV shows they aired were actually pretty nice, such as, let's say, Storm Stories, and Let's See It Could Happen Tomorrow. That's another one. So yeah, Storm Stories and It Could Happen Tomorrow were probably two of my favorites. Storm Stories being the top favorite. Wish I don't even have that anymore. And let's say at the time, they would frequently break the show, the reality show, for a lengthy local on the 8s to show you your forecast and everything else. But at the time, Weather Channel still mainly focused on the weather, forecasting the weather. But it seems like ever since NBC bought them out, they had just really, it went downhill. NBC started showing a lot more reality TV shows on a channel that you would expect to be able to find the weather forecasts on. And DirecTV customers started to get fed up with it, and they complained. And they complained and they complained about the Weather Channel having more or less a 4% chance of reality TV versus actual weather. I mean, if you go to nowadays, if you switch to the Weather Channel, there's a good chance you're not going to be able to see nationwide weather coverage at the particular moment you switch to the channel, because they might be too busy airing shows as vague as why airplanes crash. I mean, really, Weather Channel, you're supposed to be forecasting the weather and showing weather coverage, hard weather news. That's what you are founded upon. Nowadays, we switch to your channel, you just happen to be showing something about why airplanes crash, or prospectors, or some dumb show people don't care about to watch. So, it don't surprise me at all that DirecTV has decided to drop you, because you're not really a weather channel anymore. You're not the Weather Channel anymore. You're just some show that has some weather forecast, and oh yeah, we have some filler stuff to fit in there too. And for those who don't know, the Weather Channel, um, over the time that NBC has owned them, they have fired many of the original meteorologists, such let's say Dave Schwartz, Nicole Mitchell, and a few others. And actually, I believe Nicole Mitchell filed suit for that. But I'll tell you what's the truth. I really do miss, let's see, on late night, switching to the Weather Channel and seeing Dave Schwartz there covering the weather. I always miss watching that. But yeah, it's. I mean, there's a definite reason why DirecTV has dropped the Weather Channel. And yeah, money may be part of it, but the Weather Channel just definitely isn't what it used to be. I mean, I watched it the other day, and I am just so highly disappointed with what it has come to. It's not what it used to be. I mean, even the local on the 8s are now only like a minute long, and they play the same music over and over and over again. I mean, I really miss what the Weather Channel used to be. And nowadays, even Weather.com is getting trashed by NBC. Used to be Weather.com was a clean site that you could just go to. And when I mean clean, I don't mean nasty stuff on the site. I'm talking about clutter. Used to be Weather.com was, it didn't have a whole lot of clutter. You could simply go there, get your 10-day forecast, and you could see, let's say, what the low temperature was this morning. This morning, not yesterday morning, but this morning. And nowadays, let's see, back in 2010, I believe it was, they had the Weather Channel, they had Weather.com optimized pretty well. They had the horizontal 10-day forecast. They had lots of weather information right there at your fingertips. But ever since Weather Channel's 30th anniversary, NBC has more or less been on a path of destruction with Weather.com too. I mean, you go to Weather.com, you're going to find a bunch of stuff about share this video, or the big red bar of doom at the top of the screen. I mean, Weather.com is even circling the commode as we speak, just like it's on the Weather Channel. So, anyways, if somebody from the Weather Channel is watching this, just understand that if you want to win back your fan base, you're the Weather Channel, not some reality TV channel. We don't tune into your channel to find out why airplanes crash or watch somebody strike it rich and prospectors. So anyways, that pretty much sums it up right there of why DirecTV has dropped the Weather Channel. Had no questions or comments? Feel free to ask them. Thanks for watching.